I know this camera is shitty. Um, bought some amethyst here. Can't even see how beautiful it is because this camera's shitty. Okay, so I have a guided message. Um, most of my guided messages are about parenting and childhood and healing the community. So there's such a separation between everyone, and it's based off race, which is dumb as fuck. Um, it's really dumb that we let dumb people decide that there was race and to separate people by it, and then for us to go along with it. Um, but that's neither here nor there. But I do want to say that the biggest lie that the black community tells themselves, and yes, I'm coming at y'all at Black History Month, is that white kids misbehave because nobody's beating them. Um, that's a lie that you're telling yourself to assuage to combat the fact that you know by beating your children that is wrong. You know that. And if you don't know it, if you don't feel like it's wrong, um let me counter. Let me counter. I want to start by saying that I want to say a few things. I want to say that this is not a judgment video. I hate that it's moving really slow. So just listen to the sound of my voice and not really pay attention to the hand movements. Um, I want to say that I did spank my child, regrettably, and I felt shitty every time. And I only did it because I thought that that's what I was supposed to do, and that because I wasn't doing that, which I originally wasn't, is why he was misbehaving. Which it wasn't true. Um, and actually, me doing that, I would say caused more behavior problems. Um, problems. Um, okay. I want to say that. So this is not a post of judgment. This is a post of helping and healing. So a lot of us, okay, so we all heard the phrase that raising kids is a job. It's a full-time job. Being a parent is a full-time job, right? Most jobs that you get, you have to have some type of skill pertaining to that job. Now you can lie and get the job, but then when you get there, you get on the job training or some type of something. A lot of us jumped into parenthood with no skills, and then we refuse to go to on the job training. We just listen to people who were shitty at their job tell us how we should do our job, right? And it's wrong. It's not right. So I will also say this. Your child does something that you don't like, and your response is to hit them, beat them, spank them, whatever word you want to use. When slaves didn't do what they were told, they were beat. Did you have children so you could have slaves? So you could have robots? So you could have people to control? I believe that some people did. I believe some people had children. They did not want to be a parent and they thought that they could control these little humans. You know. And the problem is you're hitting someone who literally cannot defend themselves, right? And say that your child gets up to a teenage age. You have instilled fear in them from the time they were little bitty, have been in this world 2, 3, 4 years. Most kids get spanked 2, 3, 4, the terrible twos. You instill fear in them from a young age, a very impressionable age, those formative years. You have spent their entire childhood instilling fear in them that they had to be what you wanted, say what you wanted, move how you wanted, feel what you wanted. And by the time they become a teenager and they should knock your ass out, they don't. because they have fear instilled in them, right? And see, here's the thing: we think because we're parents, we're owed respect, right? And you're not owed anything. You literally chose to have a child. You literally was fucking sucking and you produced a person because that's what happens. And so that person doesn't owe you anything. You actually owe that person. You brought them here to what? To project your trauma and your unhealedness on them? No. You brought them here to be a parent and to love them, right? So why aren't you doing that? And I get it. You don't know how to do that. Your parents didn't show you, their parents didn't show them, so you're just trying to operate. What steps are you taking to be a better parent? How are you getting that on the job training? There is therapy, not my cup of tea, but there's therapy. There is plenty of videos where people are talking about for free how to be a better parent. There's psychology books. There is so much knowledge in the world to deconstruct all of the abuse that was projected onto you so you do not project it onto your child. But most people take the easiest route, which is to just project the shit that happened to them. You didn't like it. It didn't make you happy. It didn't form you into success. I don't care what you tell yourself. That's just the voice of your abusive parent in your head telling you that you deserve to be whooped. You deserve to be abused. You were just too much to handle. If you were too much to handle, that was your parents' fault. They jumped into a job they weren't ready for. Instead of them saying you were too much to handle, they could say, I had no idea what I was doing. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And so I became fearful. I became anxious, and I projected that onto you. The same way it was projected onto me. And the thing is, we don't have to be like that. You don't have to be like that. I know you don't want to be. I know you don't want to be angry all the time and stressed out all the time. And every time you see your sweet baby, you just, or they come ask a question. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to snap sometimes. We all snap. Kids snap. We snap. People snap. That's okay. It's not okay to snap and abuse your child. Or if you happen to say something out of turn, or you do just hit out of anger, because that's a habit that you have to break. Right? You shouldn't be punching your child. But I don't know why. Anywho, excuse me. I'm sorry. If you happen to move out of habit, once you calm down and realize what you did, you need to apologize to your child. You need to open that dialogue so that that baby can heal and know that that was wrong. See, a lot of times the abuse we endured, we didn't know it was abuse until we got out of that situation, and then we realized that's not normal, that's not healthy. And then we never did anything to heal it. And so now we're doing the same thing to our child, and then they're going to do it to your grandchildren. And I know you don't want that. Or at least you shouldn't. Children misbehave because their needs are not being met. They have more than physical needs. They have emotional needs. They have mental needs. Hello, they have spiritual needs. Children have spiritual needs. And these needs have to be met. Not just feeding, clothing, and housing. You need to form a connection with your child outside of the fact that you're just their parent. Get to know your baby as a person. Who are they? Learn them so you can truly love them outside of just being your child. Okay. I hope y'all can get through this and watch this. I love y'all. Y'all got this. We got this. We're healing. We're elevating. We're evolving. We're evolving.